Yo, what's up, YouTube? So today we're gonna be watching a top Overwatch player react to a top Black Widow player in Marvel Rivals. I stopped the video. Again, this is how I end up doing my reactions to stuff. I usually will start watching a video, not intending to react to it, just watching the video, and then see something that makes me want to say something. It makes me want to react. So I usually stop the video, go back, hit record, and now we're getting ready to check this video out. Spectating the #1 Black Widow in Marvel Rivals. As you guys know, I play Black Widow, and I find her very fun, and apparently, you know, she's the weakest character in the game, but I feel like she can have an impact if you're hitting your shots, if you're constantly repositioning, if you are, you know, shooting enemies that your teammates are in fights with, you know, just having people's health, like if you're aiming for their healers from your back line, like anywhere on the map that you can see their back line, you can shoot them from. Like I feel like she can do it, but I feel like she still does need a little bit more to be a little more like strong and a little bit more what do you call it, not necessarily impactful, but like just for people to give her a little bit more respect, right? Because the fact that she's the weakest character in the game, people on your own team will throw when you pick this character, no matter how good you do. Even if you're doing the absolute best you can and everybody else is not doing their part, right? Then you have to switch because everybody is going to be like, oh, well, why do we have a Black Widow? You know, stuff like that. So anyway, let's get into this video and watch Seagull.
Okay. Apparently there is a top 500 Black Widow one trick currently sitting in GM2 chat. Now GM2
Black Widow
is actually around, if I believe, top 100 to 200 on the leaderboard.
Top
now,
100 to 200 on the leaderboard.
Black Widow is a B tier character from running into a couple Black Widow one tricks in Eternity last season. So I'm excited to see what Mr. ZZ1 here can pull off. Let us find out. Also, I'm curious because, so before even we get too far into this map is actually a little bit tough for Black Widow because there's a lot of flanks. This round though is actually
I've also heard that this map is very difficult for her.
So what rank is this? Top 500.
But I try to take more aggressive angles than sit up here. I don't really like sitting up here because it's an obvious angle.
Are they really just gonna stay at this window the whole time, do you think, Chad? Because this
people can obviously see you and they know to look there and they're looking this way already. I don't want them to look directly at me.
The entire team fight and no one can stop you.
Like the mission area is yours.
That is if everybody is containing the threat down bottom.
Yeah. Ashley just walks up to the high ground, picks something up. I mean, to be honest, they just kind of steamrolled.
But like, let me go back real quick. Let me go back a little bit real quick while they were up there at the top. If you didn't notice something, because this makes me feel like I'm not that bad, right?
Are they really just gonna stay at this window the whole time?
You see how, look at the amount of shots.
Until the middle.
Look at the amount of shots that the Black Widow misses.
Literally just sit here on this platform and the entire team fight and no one can stop you.
You know, he's hitting some shots. Missed that shot.
Also,
he missed a bunch of shots before this, right? So I'm like, yeah. You missed a bunch of shots. I miss a lot of shots. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I miss a lot of shots. But like, you want to make sure you're like, okay, I need to get warmed up, right? And then once you are like warm and your aim is warm and you're like hitting shots, you don't necessarily need to aim for their head the entire time. You just need to keep that 120 damage coming. Every single shot you hit, as many shots as you can, trying to lay that 120 damage on somebody, right? So like missing a lot of shots early game and being a Black Widow one trick in GM2 is like, I guess I'm not that terrible because like I be hitting some shots and I be taking like better angles in my opinion than this person takes. But you know, what does my opinion matter? Because I'm just a silver player. But let's keep going.
Ashley just walks up to the high ground, picks something up. I mean, to be honest, they just kind of steamrolled.
It wasn't even necessarily the Widow's
even small victories
He didn't do much.
any. Like, I don't think Widow had any impact in the beginning of this match.
Hit a couple
Everybody else
shots
just
and
kind of like
just
did what they were supposed to do.
See ya, buddy. Bucky peaks high ground for the quick hook one shot, and it's like, nah. Oh my god, the enemy team has a Jeff, dude. Okay, wait. Pause this up. So he's running from Doctor Strange. But what is your team comp in the enemy team? Does the enemy team have a Jeff?
So we got 2 tank. No wait. Yeah, 2 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healer. And right now their ace is Mantis. Widow does not feel like she's built for getting kills. She's built for like I call her like she's like a damage boost to another character. Like so like let's say for instance like Black Panther. I feel like that comp is pretty cool because like having a Black Panther in your team, you know Black Panther is going to be diving their backline. You don't have to necessarily dive their backline. You can just sit back and just shoot their backline to help Black Panther close out kills very quickly. So you don't need to sneak up on them necessarily. If they're in the backline and you tag a healer for like 120 damage, that's 120 damage that Black Panther doesn't have to do, and he already kills fast, right? So and then once the healers are done, right, and you're going for like the DPS characters, excuse me, or the tanks, whoever is in view while you're on off angles, then Black Panther can have a better time basically just destroying whoever else is back there while he's there, because he does so much damage, and then you are just the 120 damage guy just sitting back with a scope popping whoever he's trying to hit. So like let's say for instance you tag one of their other healer, like just so you tag Invisible Woman, right? No, excuse me, my bad. Yeah, you tag their Invisible Woman, and then like, or you tag their Jeff, right? And you're like, oh, I just hit Jeff for 120, and then Black Panther is like, all right, I got him. He jumps on them and just destroys them, because like he doesn't have to kill them from full health now. He just has to kill them minus 120 damage. Or like if he's going for somebody, or you see him attack somebody in their back line and they're within your view and you hit them, you don't necessarily have to aim for the head, but there's a lot of times where I hit people in the head and I'm just trying to hit them, and I will hit them in the head. But you just got to hit them and just help Black Panther just destroy whatever he can back there, right? And then like once everybody else is gone, the tanks are there, and then you just unload into the tanks to build your ult charge or whatever, right?
One trick, is that what's going on here? No, they're playing triple support with Jeff. Okay, with Solo Strange, Punisher, Bucky versus Venom, Panther, Dive. You know what's kind of cool, by the way? In Overwatch, we saw dive comps work out pretty well, and I've personally run into this just 2 days ago. Actually, we got hard stomped. The same type of double threat also exists in this game, where you have the Panther plus X being like Black Panther or like Iron Fist or like whatever. Pick a dive like Spider-Man. And then you have the backline threat like Widow. It still works in this game too on some maps. It's kind of cool. So he's really pushed up. He's watching this angle, but Punisher.
I know nothing about Overwatch meta at all. I've heard of goats. I've heard of, different dive comps or whatever, and with whatever, right? I've heard of these things. I know nothing about these things in Overwatch. I know very little about Overwatch meta. I played Overwatch, but I wasn't like very like good at it or whatever. I'm probably still not very good at this game. I'm just gonna say I'm not very good at this game either. But like, but I think I'm better at this game than I was at Overwatch. Not just because of mechanics, but like just basically playing way more characters, playing almost every character, and being able to like do something with them. As opposed to like an Overwatch where I played maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 characters that I liked in that game. But yeah, so when he's saying that, oh, this could work, these 2 characters could work together, like he didn't go into too much detail about it, but like I would assume that what I was saying is why it works.
Strange sees him and tries to push him out. He actually hits the fading headshot on him, by the way. Disgusting. This map See, I thought this map would be good on the middle areas until the middle segments eventually went up. Do they not go up eventually? Or is it part of like the map? That is actually... Dude, he is so aggro, by the way. Ooh. A lot of Widow players play Terrified and they're scared. This guy's like, nah. And this is what the good Widow players do at Eternity and Plus that I've seen. They will literally take every possible angle, and you have to, it's like, if you're not going to push me, I'm going to kill you. And the cool one here
he
was,
missed, like,
he actually did pop his ult as he died because he's three people in the corner. And then it gets poked down by the Jeff and finished off.
Yeah.
Now, Black Widow's ult is one of the biggest slows in the game. And I think there is some cheeky one-shot combos you can do as Black Widow where, like, I think it's like a body shot into full charge ult. Back to back. It's not like a, you know, obviously one-shot combo, but that in quotes one shot. But I've only seen it a couple times. It is actually surprisingly good.
Bro, I've one-shot so many people with her ult.
Dude, I mean,
not from necessarily hitting a combo, but like somebody's low health. Right, or you just hit them and then they're low health and then you just charge ult and shoot them. But
so
it's like I use ult.
Right,
I use ult like it's just another cooldown. Like I don't wait for the opportune moment to use the ult. I use it, I guess, for tempo, because it'll just be like, okay, I have ult and there's this person over there and I can delete them. Right, or I have ult and there's a group of people, I'm going to shoot it at them, right? And then they get slowed, and then as they can't move, the rest of my team eats them up.
The pick doesn't matter. They're trading Luna ult. If we hit tab, they have Invisible Woman ult. They have Punisher ult, and their team defensively just use Invisible Woman. They're going to be trading support ults, right? So now all he's going to do is just sit here and look for headshots on anyone who's not a support ult. And this poor guy is getting caught out.
Yeah, I don't feel bad at all anymore. I like if this guy is GM2 and he's missing this many shots while he I don't feel bad at all, because like I feel like I would hit a lot more. I hit a lot more shots than this currently that we're watching. This could be his first game of the day. He could not be warm or something. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, because like most of these people not even looking at him, they're not even shooting at him. They got to deal with his team down bottom, and then like he's missing some shots. He's missing some easy shots. He could just lay into people, right? And I'll be missing shots too, but I'll also be hitting some shots. You know what I'm saying?
Surprising though, they didn't just group and pop Invisible Woman right afterwards. But I guess they just wanted to say GG, go next fight and take an ult trade fight instead. But it's interesting because a lot of the time, people don't respect.
I don't necessarily get this
like,
aggro.
oh, they have a Widow. We need to swap to something that counters the Widow.
Maybe that's something I need to do sometimes, but
you really think about it, like,
I don't necessarily get this aggro on this map anyway.
Back high ground. Those are like the three spots. He's just rotating for angles and sidelines. This game, Luna,
and I feel like that's what she's supposed to do, because especially with the fact that her run is on like a 4 second refresh now. You just want to always be changing angles and swapping angles. You're shooting at people from one angle, you get a couple of kills, and you maybe see somebody like try to get around to the other side or whatever is going on. You want to get to a new angle, start shooting them from there, get to a new angle, shoot them from, you know what I'm saying? Like keep them guessing, make them annoy the hell out of them. Keep the constant pressure with her shots up, so that your team has an easier time dealing with the other team, because like it would be like, okay, well they gotta fight your team while getting shot from across the map with 120 damage, and they're just like, I don't want to be out in the open, so they try to like go hide behind stuff, which means they're not going to be like pushing up as far. Like you just make them move back, and like you hit people, they got to go off and look for health packs, or go back and get healed by the heal, whatever. Like you just cause a problem for the other team once you start hitting them shots. Every time they poke their head out, hit them with a shot, especially when they jump. When people are jumping a lot, I'm hitting them almost every time they leave the ground. Like predicting their trajectory once they jump, it's like it's so easy to hit them. Like, you're still gonna miss some shots, but it's so much easier to hit a small hitbox character like Luna Snow or like Invisible Woman or Dagger, right? When they're like, when they jump, you're like, okay, I'm gonna let them fall into my reticle and shoot them because you're hit scan, right? You don't have to aim, you know, whatever. Like, I used to use Hawkeye, so I was able to hit them with Hawkeye too. You just got to lead your shot, but like with hit scan, it's just like they jump. Oh, I get to click on them. I just get to move my reticle where they're going and click on them.
It's not banned. So it's a little bit interesting because if they, let's say they start going dive to try and counter the Widow and stuff, there's still probably, unless they ban Namor, there's always the Namor Luna combo in the back pocket to peel for the Widow. I mean, what do you even do? This is the freest game in the world for this Widow just sitting here.
Yeah, nobody's gonna peel for me.
He uses it mostly as a zoning tool for slows. Look how slow this Punisher is. Okay, we're gonna pause and go back, and we're gonna change POV to the Punisher right after he gets hit. And I want you guys to watch how slow this is. A lot of people don't realize how bad it's the biggest slow in the game. He's moving right now, full speed. He's like, get me out of here. He finally gets out of it. It's actually so annoying. It is so deeply annoying.
It is ridiculous how
So you
slow
saw
it
three
is.
guys there at the choke. He just puts on that slow. It's like, hey, if you're gonna peek back out, you probably can't touch or do anything. So see you later. Exactly what just went down. Goodbye, nerds. So this is the choke point map, right? This is a very tight, this is the opposite of the last round. So I'm actually really curious how Widow's gonna do here because this is a very tight choke point map. Like Widow has no easy range sightlines except for like maybe a few around the point. And you see this, it's not exactly nearly as far as it used to be, right? Now he's kind of in range of the Punisher.
Like, I always will try to get behind shields too, because like you just get some free shots off if you get behind like Magneto's shield. Or when Invisible Woman gives you a shield, it's great. When Doctor Strange has a shield up, I just run behind his shield and start shooting.
Jeff flank to harass a Widow. Wait a second, guys.
Yo, Jeff's face, bro. Jeff has the biggest head hitbox. He has to. His whole face is right in the front. His head is right in the front. Like,
I need to watch that back one more time. It looked like it was okay, but it was not okay. It was not okay. Okay. Remember when I said, you guys remember when I said there's not really any good sight lines for Widow on this round?
Bro, there's sight lines for Widow everywhere.
To cut these sidelines. This team, dude, what's going on?
Yes.
Oh my God, he's literally just shooting the ground on that guy. Okay. By the way, I can't unhear it. Someone in chat brought it up. Someone said that reload sound, it sounds like a stapler.
It sounds like a stapler.
Do you guys hear it?
The stapler.
Also, wait, back to what this. So all he's doing is watching a silent, but watch his ult again. He doesn't ult to get kills. He ults just the zone so they can't walk through the choke. And now look, if this team tries to walk through, they literally can't move and will die, right? For the next, like, what is it, 6 seconds or something?
Right. It's godlike. It's godlike. Look at it. Why do we have a Widow on our team?
And he's playing pretty far forward. He's just looking for any sidelines where he resets a height. He knows this guy's walking back from spawn.
Bro, this person is giving me hope, bro. This person is giving me hope.
They trade a bunch of ults. I'm telling you guys, Widow is not a bad pick. Widow is a solid, okay tier character. Not bad. Why not the best, but definitely not bad.
Yes, I agree. I do not think she's like OP. There's a bunch of videos out there talking about who Widow is OP, Widow is broken, right? They do that to clickbait you into watching the video about why the character is good. And I think it's fine to say like, oh, these are some good things about the character. But like the clickbait for the views is just not. not real. It's like she's not OP. She's not OP. She's pretty good. She's pretty good, but you got to be on your game. Like, you got to be on your game. You got to be hitting your shots.
Cali's actually kind of nice on this point. He's just breaking turret. Then he goes to scope. Hey, Moon Knight, what's going on here? Oh. Health pack respawn?
The moon haunts you. By the eye of Agamotto.
Are we sure Loki's down?
Dude, Widow hunting people outside of these support ults in these fights? Oh, that was such a close hit. Dude, he had the tiniest miss on that guy.
R&R in a box.
He pushes.
Woo! That's rough. That's
really
rough. Right there, you have to switch. Like, it's such a greedy play to try to get the stun and then go for the next shot without having your gun already rechambered. It's such a greedy play, and you will almost never get a chance to get the second shot off. If you shoot them and then you go for a kick, and then you do like, if you shoot them and go for kick before your rechamber goes off or whatever, and then I guess you just go for the pull and you still didn't rechamber your gun, like, after the stun, if you rechamber and try to get that shot, you almost will never get it. Like, you almost will never get it. You will just lose the fight. The only way to really win that fight is to just get the stun and immediately switch to batons and just pop. You know, like, get the last little damage with the last 2 hits, because, like, getting that shot off is just rough. Like, they just have that amount of time. She takes a half second or whatever to start the rechamber after the stun. So, like, she doesn't even immediately start rechambering. She takes a little half second and then she rechambers, and that amount of time that it takes to rechamber is enough time for them to hit you with whatever they need to hit you with to win the fight. So you just hit them with the pull, stun, immediately switch to baton, bop, and continue to hit them if you need to. But, like, most of the time you'll win if you just switch to batons.
Yeah, so he starts walking into him so he can hit the kick combo. The buffed kick, boys. He got his one.
Finish the job this time.
Now, he has his ulting on. I'm kind of curious how he plans on using it in this fight.
How about that extra
Because I don't think they have support ults. Yeah, they don't have no support ults. So he could just send it on point so the Punisher can't move.
I need assistance.
looking for a new challenge?
Yep. Sends it right on point.
Yes, yeah. She just standing in one spot, bruh. They don't even care.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of steamrolled, but to be honest, this was such a hard steamroll between these two teams. Like, he did really, really well, but I'm kind of curious if the other team played like a dive tank, like a Venom or anything to harass him at the same time, because he had zero pressure. And I kind of wonder if that's going to be a consistent theme when we watch some of these. A lot of people, they don't really care about Black Widow. They consider it such a bad character that they just don't care, and they just assume that, you know, hey, they're not going to do anything, whatever.
Hey, the character's not actually putting any pressure on us, while Widow is actually putting pressure on you. Like, Widow is putting so much pressure on you, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, it doesn't feel like it because you don't see tons of bullets flying out of her character. You don't see all these crazy things going on with her character. She's just there jumping around. Every now and then she kicks somebody and they don't die. And then like, you know, you hear the shots going off, but you might not be getting hit. So you're like, whatever, man. She's not doing anything. And then, like, your characters are dying because they're fighting, and she was like, whatever. Ignore the Widow. Widow is so trash.
But on wide open maps, if you don't have something to harass them, they do their job. Like, only 600 damage less than the enemy Punisher this game.
You hear that? Do their job.
Some of those games are just like that.
They
but also she
do
hit some shots. So
their
it says GM2 chat, but this is like
job.
getting up there into top 500 territory. Because I know Emong is currently GM2, and he's currently ranked 150-ish, I believe. And I think Celestial, which is just above GM right now, is where some of the top 10 gamers are currently sitting on the leaderboard. This first point as a Widow is disgusting because of all these different high grounds on this map and everything. You have this high ground, you have that high ground, this high ground, and it's such a wide open sideline. I feel like this is gonna be a really good Widow map. So if you play this back,
this area right here is godlike.
his job is gonna be okay. Well, they're wrapping him, but his job in a normal, like, let's say
You see what I'm saying? So he saw immediately that he started to come around here. He saw Star-Lord was like, you know what? Star-Lord might come over here. So check this out. Check this out.
Corner.
I think he saw this person too. Did he see that person? I don't know if he saw
really
them.
good Widow map. So if you play this back,
Thor was already up there. He didn't see Thor, right? He didn't see Thor. He saw Star-Lord though.
His job.
Star-Lord flipped up there, and now he can't see Star-Lord anymore, right?
They're rapping.
And he sees Magneto walk up there. So now there are 3 characters that are going around that building that he can't see. So he immediately books. He immediately gets out of there because he's like, I don't want to be here because they're gonna come for me because I'm Widow and I'm squishy and I can't really fight any of them up close, right? Well, maybe Star-Lord, but like I can't fight them up close, so I need to get out of here. He can't fight Magneto. He can't fight 2 people. So he saw Star-Lord and Magneto go that way, but he didn't see Thor go that way. So if they wouldn't have came up there, maybe Thor might have like been able to get to him and like crack him over the head. But maybe he could have kicked them away, stunned them, and then darted off. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. But yeah, like he just immediately changed the position.
Like let's say people did the normal fight, right? And it's cool to look at a fight like this anyway before it starts, because most teams at most MMR will not do a full wrap of like, yeah, let's push offense. We're in solo queue. The entire enemy team's going to go up the left stairs and all the way around. Like 90% of the time, you're going to see people run slightly left to these buildings, and then like they kind of wrap over here and try and push here. But it's very rare to have a whole team just run up all the way to the flank. And so where he sits as Black Widow, right on that corner, is actually really strong because he gets to cover this high ground, which is the most important high ground to cover. No DPS can sit there while Widow's alive because Widow can just 2-tap you across the map. But the enemy team immediately...
2-tap is a strong word. 2-tap can 2-tap maybe in GM, but judging from this guy playing and the amount of shots that he misses, I wouldn't say that he could 2-tap. He probably can 3-tap you. He can 2-tap you down to a 1 hit. But he don't seem like he's gonna 2-tap somebody that's up there on that high ground, moving around, and then like, you know, aiming down on the people. He'll shoot them, but he ain't going to 2-tap them. I judging from him playing, already seeing this guy play, I don't think you have to really worry about getting 2-tapped unless, because bro, if you get hit in the head and your health gets half, they're just gonna jump down behind the building. Now it's not a 2-tap, they're not dead, but that does force them off the building. Just having a Widow and being on that corner and then shooting at that high ground, they're just going to dip behind that sign that's right there and then jump down off the building to get the health pack, and then make their way back up to the top, depending on who they are. If it's like a Moon Knight or something, right? They can just grappling hook. They're gonna get hit. They're gonna go behind the sign, jump down off the building, get the health pack, and then grapple hook back to the top, and then maybe try to shoot at the Black Widow, right? Because the Black Widow's not gonna 2-tap him. It's not gonna happen. Like if they're lucky, and get like a headshot first, and then like for whatever reason get the second shot off because the other person's feeling froggy and doesn't like get off the top of the building, then maybe you get 2-tapped.
Immediately is rotating the whole team. So I'm kind of curious, is he gonna wrap them and just do a full loop? Wait, go back 10 seconds and watch. So they come up the flank.
Every little bit.
Oh,
Just turns, gets a pick on that guy. This middle thing, I did not know a Widow could see. I mean, this sideline I've never thought about. I've never thought about this sideline before. Like a Widow sitting up top here. I don't know why they're partially transparent right now. Into the enemy team there is interesting.
I mean, it's not the safest
as a jumping pad if you're
place
Widow on this map to go from one side to the
I
other.
mean, it's not the
Because now,
safest
exactly,
place to
remember,
be,
she messed up the jump.
but
She's
it's
gonna
all
have to
right.
jump to the top boxes, right? She's just going to play the opposite side of wherever the tank line is. So she comes over here and just that way she's free again.
Bro. Thank you.
Wait, the enemy team was a Scarlet Witch with Magneto. What the heck? Star-Lord just respawned?
I feel like that's a shot that I would miss, right? That's a shot that I would miss. I was expecting him to wrap this whole thing, he look up and just delete the Star-Lord. But he missed the shot. He missed the shot. That wasn't easy. He was standing still. But I get it. I get it because I miss shots too. But come on. I'm silver. He's GM 2.
Usually, if you get a pick on a DPS and you play the choke as Widow, it's a little bit scary because that DPS will push you out.
Yes, yes, I like it.
Because it's
I
Scarlet
like it.
Witch.
Yes. Sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, you can just tell the angles he's playing. He literally just goes to the opposite side of wherever anyone is. And whenever there's space,
yeah.
he will just walk into it and repeat. Oh no, dude. This is okay, dude. Chat. This is Hanamura, right? From Overwatch. This is just giving me flashbacks right now, bro. This is so sad, dude. The Thor's like, don't worry, man, I'll spam him out. Just don't jump. Yeah, you shouldn't be jumping against him.
He does, I guarantee he doesn't even know he's getting shot by Black Widow. There's some times in this game where I'm getting shot by something and I don't like. It feels like there's no sound cue or there's no like alert or anything around my screen, maybe, or I'm just like too focused on what's going on to know that I've just got hit. But I'm like fighting somebody in front of me and I see somebody in front of me that I'm fighting. And I'm like, oh, they killed me. And then like the what's the name goes off and it was somebody far away throwing like an acorn or shooting me with like some random other thing or me getting hit by Moon Knight. Like, it's just like, I didn't even know I was getting shot by this other person. Like if that Thor was down there fighting whoever he was fighting, probably don't even know he was getting shot at by the Widow. But her gun is kind of loud. You know what I'm saying? Pow. Pow. You know what I'm saying? You hear these like big
dude, look
energy
how
shots.
move. Oh, we have a flank. Scarlet Witch flank. Wait. Oh, Scarlet Witch almost killed her. She made it only.
She can win that. She can win that fight though. As long as she gets covering and breaks sight lines, she can win that fight pretty easily.
Straight into the enemy. Bro, can we? He gets reset. He has the Luna. I forget what it's called. The guard. It's passive healing from Luna. She heals other people. Right? She knows defensive ults on their team are coming out, so the only safe place to play is going to be with her own team. She hears Mantis, immediately holds W straight into her own Mantis. Starts running through the entire team. Sees one guy 1 HP, but the sprint is actually so fast. You can just sprint straight to the back line with Strange. It doesn't. What do you do? See ya. And more importantly, because
so now Widow is at 11-0 KOs, and check it out, only 4,000 damage. Only 4,000 damage at 11 KOs. I need people to take note that 4,000 damage at 11 KOs and 7 final hits. Everybody is not going to be getting, you know, it like, and it's probably early in the match, so like everybody has a fairly, you know, similar amount of damage, but like people be expecting that when you get like I don't know, 20 something KOs or whatever, that you're always just gonna have like, you're always supposed to just have like 30,000 damage, right? Nah, if you are deleting targets or you're killing targets that have low health, you're and you're only shooting, like, you know, you're shooting once every few seconds, like shot, you know, you're doing 120 damage per shot. It's like you're not gonna have that much damage. Like you're not gonna be like laying into the enemy team like a Punisher with a turret, right? Like a Punisher with a turret just laying into the other team, and then like you get off of your turret, and you're just like you're just laying into the other team and getting massive amounts of damage, and then like maybe around the same amount of KOs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, stop looking at these numbers to see how your team is doing. You know how your team is doing. If all of you, if you guys are losing, y'all are losing as a team. More often than not, y'all are losing as a team, not because it's specifically one person. They're like, oh, this person is not doing enough damage. It's like, why? But figure out why they're not doing enough damage. It might not be specifically because they're bad. They might just be getting dove. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't overuse ults. They still have Loki and Luna. So next fight, they have double Luna.
Figure out why your healers are not healing you enough. Figure that out first. Don't just immediately look at the leaderboard and be like, oh, they're not doing their job.
Stayed alive behind the enemy team, but unfortunately you're playing Scarlet Witch. Dude, that is so.
Reserve your judgment for after the game and go look at the replay and see why.
You have to be a character
so you can be sure at why you were mad at your team.
Can 1v1 them eventually, as long as they miss. He's just chilling. He's looking for supports, I think. Yeah, he doesn't have ult yet. What a high ground. His Loki also has a clone up there he's playing behind. As he knows his safe place.
Real quick, do you know that I thought that Star-Lord was screaming judge and jury, and that Punisher was also saying judge, jury, and executioner? I was like, why do they both have like a similar voice line? I am just now finding out, like yesterday, that he says legendary, not judge and jury. What?
So immediately, I know they're already dying, but we should talk about it anyway. Is immediately when a Star-Lord ult goes off, he knows that he's the only one who's in danger because they have Luna ult. And so the moment Star-Lord knows there's a Luna ult, he's immediately going to hunt whoever's not in it. So he immediately, the moment he hears the ults, he should have actually already been moving towards it. If the Star-Lord was faster, he could have caught him on the rotate, but it worked out. Back to the nest. Yeah, I mean, the trash is taken out. Back to the ridiculous, absurd sideline. It's just, dude, the enemy team, I guess they portaled the first fight and they didn't portal again, or maybe they didn't portal at all. But I feel like this is another one of those things where it's like, what do you do if you don't have anyone who can pressure? And yeah, they have a Scarlet Witch, so it's like double awkward for them, right? Breaks a wall.
Ooh.
Insane.
That was sick.
Actually.
That was a sick shot. Sometimes you just be on as Widow, bro. Sometimes you be missing shots, but sometimes you just be on as Widow, bro.
I mean, after you get a pick like that, 6v5, they can just kind of hold up with the enemy team now. It's wide open. She's just shooting whoever she can. She doesn't even go hide or anything because I think she's worried that the Scarlet Witch would actually be able to go up there and kill her. So why not just play with the team? Is he gonna kick him?
So this is something that I am very like wary of,
that,
right?
6v5.
So now he said it's a 6v5 game, right? Wait, what?
They can just kind of hold up with the enemy team now. It's wide.
Why did somebody disconnected from their game? The dude Crisis disconnected from their game? That sucks. But like if he was talking about 6v5 in terms of like the person that just died, he killed that Star-Lord. When I'm down here, like after we kill somebody and it's a 6v5
Wide open.
and I'm down here just shooting people and everybody's all like spread out and stuff like that, me in my head I'm thinking I'm throwing. People are gonna get mad that I'm playing Widow because I'm not doing enough on this 6v5. So you're just dumping, you're just dumping the 120 damage into whoever you can, and everybody's fighting everybody, and it's like it feels like you can't really have much of a impact on these fights, because you're just 120 damage machine every 2 seconds or so, right? It's kind of frustrating. But when everybody is contained, when the enemy team is contained and you're in a team fight, I think that's where Widow shines more in this game. Like when everybody is spread out and you're trying to, you can see everybody, but you can't save everybody. So it'll be like, oh, well, there's this 1v1 going on here. There's another 1v1 here, 1v1 here. And there's probably like another 1v1 over on that side somewhere. And you're like, who do I shoot? Like, I guess I'll shoot the person who has low health, who is squishiest, to try to help this person win this fight. And then it's like, oh, this invisible woman is over here fighting this tank. So I should shoot the tank and help her get the tank down low, right? Or... You know what I'm saying? Like, it's...
She's just shooting whoever she can. She doesn't even go hide or anything, because I think she's worried that the Scarlet Witch would actually be able to go up there and kill her.
It's like, at this point, it's like you don't want to miss any shots, because all your shots need to be hit for you to have the biggest impact in this, like, weird situation.
No! Okay, dude. I mean, that's a steamroll. Wait, it was 5v5? Their team had a disconnect? Wait, I didn't even see it. He literally just runs them down 5v6 because, yeah, he probably crashed and is reconnecting right now. Okay, honestly, yeah, I know he hit an insane shot to start the opening, right? And yeah, they cleaned up and they did this and that. Easy win. But I feel bad for the enemy team for having a Scarlet Witch. They need to buff Scarlet Witch, guys.
No, they don't. No. They need to buff Black Widow before they buff Scarlet Witch. Get that right on out of here. Scarlet Witch, she's just she don't need to be buffed. She don't need to be. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't play her like that, so maybe she does, but don't do it. She's just a look in your direction and hold the button down and I'm gonna just look at you. You can't get off my screen. As long as you're on my screen, you're getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Buff Black Widow first, please.